It's the Pittsburgh Cars N Coffee in Warrendale, PA. It is August 24th, 2024. So, if you bought a Porsche, would you buy the blend-in gray, or would you want to go with something like?
They've got a gray that's actually very beautiful.
But that's like, you know, hiding and stealth gray.
Very true. Just disappointed that the 718 is on fully electric.
Until they go back.
Yeah, until Volkswagen realizes that, oh, we did this really too quickly. They reduced. Did you see the? Volkswagen's a big leader in the auto industry. It does tend to copy them a little bit. Did you see that they? I can't remember what they had allocated for their EV group research. But they slapped. I think it was like $66 billion over the next like 5 years, or something crazy like that. They sliced it by a third.
I saw an interesting interview with Elon Musk, and kind of paraphrasing, but it was right after they mandated that they go electric in California, and they asked him how he would like that. He said, "I'd be happy. You know, I'll sell an electric car to everybody in the country, but it won't have a battery. There's not enough lithium to produce the number of batteries that we need." He says that, not having a battery isn't going to be a problem because you won't be able to charge it anyway. The infrastructure isn't there to have a fully electric fleet in the U.S. And we haven't built a new power plant in this country in like 40 years. They're in fact shutting them down. So I'm sure someone will jump in the comments and tell me that I'm completely wrong and electric is fantastic. But I think well, I think at some point it'll all come down to maybe hydrogen or something along those lines, where you can actually refill quickly and it doesn't take up enormous space or resources or mining of rare earth minerals. And
how did Samsung came out with a solid state battery? Supposedly charges quickly and also has 16 mile range.
I know Penn State has been working on skipping the battery and just saying we just need to store electrons. So let's do supercapacitors. So you could instantly charge, and you plug it in and you just shoot all the electrons over at the speed of light. It fills up, they don't weigh anything, and then you have your juice. Well, you can in the capacitors with small amounts. Already they do that in all kinds of electronics, but you just need to store like a major amount. But electrons are pretty small.
Is it?
It's a hotline!
Yeah. Jackson, what? Is he 11th or something?
He just started 11th, yeah.
He is the same age as Delaney.
Yep.
I mean, he's a little bit older, but same grade.
Yeah.
She was complaining because she was so young for her grade.
Oh.
But she just turned 16 last week.
Well, I mean, she's at least trying to drive. There's so many of Zachary's classmates that have no desire whatsoever to get a license. Oh, green.
Yeah, the Italian flag.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, yeah, that's cool. These are killer. That's one of the things I still get people occasionally. It's like, you put you put Brembo calipers on a station wagon? Like, it came with it. That didn't. Yeah, it did. You put an SRT badge on it because it's an SRT. It came with it. They didn't make an SRT wagon.
Pop the hood.
Yeah. Yeah, for some reason. Yeah. For some reason, they made a 180 mile an hour station wagon, but I would love to have, SRT or not, I would love to have a wagon back as an option. And it's not hard for them to do anymore.
That's what I want right there.
That one?
So they show up, shut them out.
Nothing too crazy.
Sort of.
Now, I would suggest actually the easy route to getting one is the Mega Millions tonight is like 530 million or something. So
That would be easier. I would go for a different version, by the way.
you go for the turbo. Or
Or the Spider.
yeah, there's something to be said for a convertible.
How's the job?
Doing good.
You're now with, because I can't remember.
It's True Commerce.
And they're based out. They're up there.
They're here, yeah. So, but it's nice. I never worked at a place before. During one of the town hall meetings, the last CEO had said, it's like, look, I hear people are staying like 50, 60 hours a week. He's like, if you're working that long, there's something wrong. Talk to your manager, talk to HR, talk to me. It's like, we're not here to kill ourselves. Like, this is the CEO said that. Like, that is incredible. He says we want to get work done, but we're not going to spend our lives here. Oh, yeah, which is pretty cool. That's nicely done.
I thought he was going to be up here today. He's going to be at the moon car cruise, but he's got a, I think he said it's an 11-year-old Dodge Charger, but he's just everything that you can imagine. He's souped up on it. I mean, it's his baby. It is.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any joints. He'll wax it or something. Like yesterday, he came down. He's like, "Look at this! Look, it just screams." Tell me about it. He was going into all this detail. It's based out of California. You get about 15 car waxes out of it. It's about $95 a bottle. I'm like, how much?
Car show doodle.
I should have got one. But she wanted an SUV and no.
Well, the Charger Challenger 300 is an amazing platform, and that 5.7, with no problem, you can get it up 800-900 horsepower without having to totally rebuild it. Transmission holds up to about 800 horsepower. Anything you need to pump it up beyond that is available from Scrapyard.
Yeah, true.
So even like the thicker axles and sure grip type rear ends, like limited slip rear ends, that's all something that you can pull off another car, and you can build them up amazingly.
I don't know, she's got pseudo professional staff, pseudo administrative staff. Her husband has a Hellcat. They nailed the insurance company the key for the extra horsepower,
Yeah.
so they can reduce your insurance. So I'm just like, why? You gotta factor all that in. Why would you put that key?
Get an extra one made before.
knowing this guy, because he's in the auto industry, does body work and engine stuff. Got a shop somewhere. Thomas Wigley slash I'm sure he's got another key.
If I remember correctly, they made 53,000 Hellcats. 53,000 Hellcats. That is incredible. I mean, that means at some point, like, an old Hellcat is going to be available to pretty much any teenager. And that's when it gets crazy. Oh, I do love the Lotus, though.
Right now it seems to be on manual.
Is that purple? That is purple. If it's owned by a guy named Barney, I'm gonna lose it. Yeah, I always like the Lotuses. They were such a bang for the buck little car. Well, I looked at, right after I bought the DeLorean, I looked at a 91, or no, 89. It's still the older Steven style. That was at a Porsche place down almost by West Virginia. There's a weird place that did Porsche work for like different companies, but they were out in the middle of nowhere with a coal furnace. And I mean, it was strange, but there was a white Esprit there that was tied up in a divorce settlement. They went $11,000. And it was a good deal. It had a little bit of crazing in the fiberglass, but not bad. But you let me take it out for a little ride. And there was a right angle corner on this 2-laner where you went across a bridge. The guy said, hit this hard. Hit the corner hard. So I hit it like 45 miles an hour, and he's just glaring at me. He's like, are you kidding? You know, I thought, wow, that was amazing. It stuck to it. He's like, hit it like 70, 80 on a right angle turn across a bridge. And it absolutely stuck without a chirp of the tire or anything. It was really impressive. But I saw once like Lotus did R&D work for every car company. They do a lot of that. So every car company, they do suspension and steering and all kind of work like that. So it's not surprising that they have something that can handle it as well as they do.
Brother-in-law sells before they discontinued the NSX. They had a rep that drives around the country. Shows the guys, salesmen how to drive. You're gonna be warm one sell them.
Oh yeah.
Clearly that didn't work. So he said they're out. Murray.
Okay.
They go on these back roads. Same thing. He's like, I could have sworn I was gonna be like checking for the car. The car just stuck.
Yeah. In Harvest Gold yet. Yeah. So who's the U-boat commander? So I there's two of these. I would rock the pink Porsche. I'll tell you that. That is awesome color. Those are two purple ones, huh? Dave Matthews?
No,
Okay. Oh,
He said
okay.
it was nice. He said, but like,
Do you like bluegrass at all?
Yeah, it's a little tough. I think I'm getting a little bit more, I'll say, exposure because everybody in the house listens to country.
You should put on a guy named Billy Strings. He's like 30 years old. He's the most amazing guitar player.
Did you see him at
Yeah, or Peterson, I think, a couple times, and then Penn State. But for a bluegrass band to sell out arenas gives you an idea. But they're bluegrass, rock, and jam, a lot of jam, and it's pretty amazing.
So I'm guessing he's much better in person than he is on
Yeah.
because of the jam session.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, he's came from quite the bluegrass background with his dad being a good player and everything, but he also was way into metal. He was in a metal band for years. He had a metal band, so I mean, he's got a bunch of different influences. But about 2 weeks ago, his favorite band is Fish, and he ended up playing with Fish in Michigan. Actually, Trey Anastasio played at his wedding with Phil Lesh, and I mean, that was his wedding band. And yeah, oh, they just had it was just one day of a 4-day festival. They are bigger than ever. But you gotta for Billy Strings, I think it's funny. It's like Willie Nelson approached him and said, "Do you want to do a song together?" He's like, "Willie called me." Really?
I'm not even on Facebook.
You know, I don't think anybody looks at my
Now, that was a 70s racing livery, right? This color scheme. Yeah. Remember Shelley's Foreign Auto Salvage? Or they had one of those there. Near it. Yeah, they were down off the Red Belt.
yeah, with black wheels and black top.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's a correct.
I'm sure you've been, but is it still?
Oh, we have
We used to just wander around the country.
Yeah.
Now that I think of it,
Yeah.
it's so inventory.
We do so many things.
What are you looking
There's
for?
at least
I can find that for you.
Yeah. A lot of that it's helpful. Like I can pull up. Like I have to go get I had to tear a whole dash apart to get this one little flapper valve because my heat's stuck on. And they don't have it. It's too old to get one at the dealer. So I have to go pull one out of a car, but it's nice that I can pull up yards and they have the inventory. So I can see if they have a 2008 to 2010 Chrysler 300 Magnum or Charger,
Just having to go drive up.
Challenger. Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. Right at the parkway.
Yes. I think ended up with one that was in a garage that I was renting. And it turned out to be like late 40s, early 50s. But John had like a real early one or something, I believe, right?
Like 60s, early 60s.
Yeah, I remember it was like more of an oval shape. But wow, a street rod plate. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Oh, once they get customized, I have a hard time telling. Chevy. About one more half row here, and then looks like there's people on the other side too. There's another T-type. Yeah. Hi, Kermit.
It's the color of my GTI Volkswagen.
The Del Sol?
No, it was a Volkswagen GTI.
Oh, GTI. Okay.
It's called the Frog.
What color was the Del Sol?
Black.
Okay.
I needed the money, obviously, for the next car payment, you know.
Yeah.
But it would have been a great car to keep. It was just so simple, kind of cool. Movable top.
I like the Carmen Gias too. I just thought they had such a pleasant design.
Hey, sure.
This is a pretty car.
Where's the not so STI?
Scirocco. So I learned to drive on. It was the farthest clutch I've ever experienced. You just kept on pushing. It was like, I don't have a leg long enough for this.
Oh, I know it's probably past like Patrick's time there, but did you know a hockey player at NA named Jack Anderson? He would be about. He's a junior this year.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah, too far.
Back.
I would know some of the younger ones from doing all the billing and stuff.
Okay.
But even if he's a junior now, he was an incoming freshman, so that would have been too long.
Yeah, there are our new neighbors.
Okay.
They transferred to North Catholic.
Oh, it's right around the corner. I'm happy not to do that drive every morning. Drove Maggie there almost every day. Sophomore year, I think. Well, the busing was so messed up. She'd be on a bus for an hour each way.
Oh, wow. Cut across here. I remember actually with Zach's, to get to his school was about a 10-minute walk. Like a walk, 10-minute walk. But on the bus, it was over an hour. Because it like weaved through all these neighborhoods.
We would follow her on Life 360. She would literally pass our neighborhood 4 times. Like, can you just let her off?
I saw a right-hand drive Supra Silver on the way in with antique plates, and I thought, wow, I guess it's got to be 25 years old. It didn't look it at all. Although I think a lot of cars right now are so similar in shape. If it's a 2000, you know, it doesn't look out of place on the street. You know, versus in 19... Oh, my God, this guy just got out of prison here, so... How you doing, Craig?
Good.
Good to see you. We'll catch up with you in a little bit
Absolutely.
here. Okay.
Here.
Yep. So I'm Craig's parole officer, so
Very nice.
yeah. Craig just retired from Pittsburgh PD. He's the one that has the DeLorean over there. Yeah.
I remember DeLorean when you lived in Sailor. We didn't have doors. You didn't have a door or a hood on it, I don't think, at the time.
No, probably not.
Because you were like, it could lift off the ground.
Well, it's like you start to realize how old you really are when I remember when Craig was a rookie Pittsburgh cop and now he's retired.
There was a Grand renting him for Audi Quattro.
Oh, nice.
I'm looking at going, I remember this car. Jason ever surfaced?
Yeah, I saw him a couple years ago. He actually was living in the same town as my dad.
Ah, okay.
So now he's moved a little further over towards Tampa. He's like in the middle between my dad and Tampa. But, you know, doing the dentist life and...
Did you ever get married?
No, I think he's done that.
Yeah.
Well, you know his daughter, right?
You sent me like her or something like that.
Yeah, she is a supermodel. I'm just like, oh wow, the last time I was with you we played zoo and set up all the little toy animals on the floor.
And that white one is new up too. This is older.
What's that?
I think she was probably like 5 or 6 then.
Yeah, I think I remember John, I was not ready for that.
We got a few left down here and then we'll wrap it up.
Is that the only McLaren that you've seen? That's the only one I've seen.
There's usually a few here. You know, I said like the funny thing about Cranberry is one day I had to run home to grab something from work and run back, and in front of me was the International Harvester Combine. It was doing like 15 miles an hour, and behind me was a Lamborghini Murcielago. I'm like, you know, that doesn't happen in many townships. Yeah.
He's like, okay, I'll
And they
do it.
probably still spin
I'm
them.
like, okay. And he's like, I'll do it.
You think you're right.
I'm like, okay. Oh, yeah.
Silver Porsche in the background.
Oh yeah. Just.
Okay, well,
Million, I get this one.
well, I think we can wrap it up here. So thanks everyone for watching, and we'll catch you at the next show. Take care.